Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 9th edition of MMA Impact India 2020. This year, we are proud to present to you the first virtual impact event for our audiences. My name is Ravin Kundu, and it's an absolute pleasure to be a host. Along with MMA, I would like to thank everyone for taking their valuable time and joining us in this milestone event. The next 2 days, we have eminent speakers from across the globe, and we look forward to the day filled with interesting sessions for you. This year's Virtual Impact Forum help marketers enhance and build their modern marketing capabilities, which is an integral part of our theme this year. Shape the future of modern marketing. We have partnered with prestigious organizations to enable the opportunity of accelerated learning over the next 2 days. We would like to thank all our partners and sponsors for their undying support and making this happen. Presenting sponsor InMobi and Sony Live, program and streaming partner Unreal Engine, masterclass partner Google, corporate partners Ad Colony and Oracle. Also, the MMA Impact India virtual event is going to happen for the next 2 days. Please note, we'll be starting at 1:50 sharp tomorrow. If you have time, we'll be really happy to have you back here. Before we move on to the first session of the day, I would quickly like to tell you something interesting about the platform that you can leverage throughout the day. There is a chat window on the right side of your screen. Feel free to post your comments and thoughts about the sessions. You can also send your questions privately to our speakers, and we will have them answered post the session for all of you. Do participate in the polls and the quizzes that will keep running from time to time. Your thoughts are absolutely vital for us, and we'll be really happy to keep you engaged. Also, feel free to share your reactions through emoticons that you will see on the right side of the screen at the bottom. For the best viewer experience, please make sure that you do not have any other apps running simultaneously. We need dedicated bandwidth for this browser. Plug in your earphones and enjoy the first MMA Impact India virtual event, where we together shape the future of modern marketing. So without further delay, I would like to introduce you all to Monica Khurana, Country Head MMA India, and invite her on the stage for the welcome address. Over to you, Monica.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 9th edition of the MMA Impact Forum. The Impact Forum is a part of a global series which MMA hosts across markets, bringing marketers, tech enablers, agencies, and the entire ecosystem under one roof to learn and discuss upcoming trends, challenges, and seek insights that shape the future. With a presence in more than 42 countries, the Impact has become a signature MMA property. This year's Virtual Impact is designed to help marketers enhance and build their more modern marketing capabilities with its core narrative, Shape the Future of Modern Marketing. It is increasingly challenging for CMOs to keep pace with the expectations of today's tech-savvy yet socially conscious consumer and the ever-evolving tech landscape. So here's your chance to accelerate the learning over 2 days of marquee sessions. I can assure you that you will take away tangible guidance and inputs through these 2 days as we unveil a gamut of capabilities and opportunities through our theme, Shape the Future of Modern Marketing. At this event, we want to simplify things and help build the future for and with modern marketing. At the same time, we're witnessing more work being done in the adoption of standards and measurement. MMA has successfully proven the effectiveness of mobile through its work on cross media, which is the SMOC study and the MTA tool built by the marketing attribution think tank globally. Our CEO, Greg Stewart, will throw more light in his opening remarks on the initiative and share the MMA POV on measurement. Today, we have handpicked and curated our speakers for the event, who are none less than thought leaders and inspirational personalities from across the globe and the region. Sincere thanks to all of them for making time out of their busy schedules and being the guiding voice for this forum. As we kickstart the day, let me remind you, you all are the industry. You all make this forum. Hence, it's your contribution is what makes the impact event the one that the world looks up to. I'd also like to thank our partners who have made this event come alive and without whose support, we would not have been able to put up this show. So, let me do a big shout out to each of them. Our presenting partners, InMobi and Sony Live. Our masterclass partner, Google. Our program and streaming partner, Epic Games. Our corporate partners, Ad Colony and Oracle. Our creative partner, Waze, and our event partner, the Experiential Hub and Zadar. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the board of MMA India, who have helped us with their time and astute sense of judgment and guidance to lead the industry. Special thanks to Priya and PK, MMA India chair and co-chair. The board has been at the forefront to help MMA India set up charters focused on creative, measurement, audio and voice, MarTech, and brand safety. You will hear a lot on topics related to our charters in the upcoming sessions. A big shout out for my MMA India team, who has worked tirelessly to put together the impact and to bring you the best-in-class content and experience. Last but not the least, here is a lineup of our MMA India members. And if you aren't one, do talk to us and see how you can engage and leverage your industry body. A small refresher for those who are new here. The MMA helps marketers lead the imperative for marketing change in ways that enable future breakthroughs whilst optimizing current activities. We are committed to science and questioning and challenging the status quo and invest millions of dollars in rigorous research that enables marketers with proven truth and actionable tools and insights. So, as we are all set to roll out the sessions focused on shape the future of modern marketing with a power-packed agenda over the next 2 days, there is something that each of you will take away. Marketers will walk away with tangible ways on how to embrace modern marketing in their mix. Agencies will learn how to be experts for their clients and expand their understanding on the potential and application of modern marketing. Media companies and technology enablers will get to hear what marketers want and what their challenges are. So, once again, welcome and thank you for being here and for joining us. It's going to be worth your time for sure. Have a lovely day ahead and see you on the other side.
Thank you so much, Ms. Khurana, for that short note there. Now, I would like to invite on stage and the screen Mr. Greg Stewart, Global CEO of MMA, and request him to share a few insights on solving the toughest challenges in marketing measures. Over to Mr. Stewart.
Hello, everyone. This is Greg Stewart, CEO of the MMA globally. I appreciate you joining us here today for MMA Impact India. I couldn't thank Monica and the team enough for pulling off another opportunity for community of MMA members to get together. So Monica, thank you for that. Priya, I really appreciate all your efforts too with the board and some of what you're all doing there to help raise the MMA. I know you've got a whole bunch of initiatives around MarTech. The series you're doing around modern marketing, we love. I'm not sure how many of you know that. Do any of you know this? We used to be the Mobile Marketing Association. We've kind of de-emphasized that. We now see ourselves more. Well, we just use MMA, but we see ourselves more as MMA, as Modern Marketing Association. And I know you got a ton of working groups going on there. We too, globally, have done some pretty interesting work. I would strongly encourage you to look at our outcomes versus reach a research series that has just come out here just recently. It's being further developed. We have support from Oxford University and UCLA around that. It really rethinks about how a market really produces growth and how you get the best return on investment. It's a big deal. By the way, it changes everything that people believe to be true. So also too, the work that we're doing around marketing org, that's being featured now in Harvard Business Review. We're super excited. That's been a 3-year journey to really rethink how marketers quantitatively redefine their marketing org and make the best decisions. Too often marketing org decisions, I think, are made on politic decisions rather than actual performance. So we're really trying to shift that. It's just one of many things we do. And our data and marketing think, we got so much stuff going on that come out now. I think now is really more than ever MMA's moment. So again, I encourage you today. Hope you appreciate it. I will be talking a little bit more about the outcomes versus reach here in a session a little bit later. But appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Hello, everyone. This is Greg Stewart, CEO of the MMA. Managing Director and team asked me to share with you some insights around some research that the MMA has done that is really rethinking all of marketing measurement and how we plan to the marketplace. And they asked me to tell you in the sense of a journey of how that works. And so my title for the presentation today is, as you can see, is Solving the Toughest Challenges in Marketing Measurement. And that's really what MMA has set out to do. And we've done that with great expense and dare I say, in some cases, great risk, because we've taken money from people to go solve a problem that we didn't know really is even solvable. And I'd like to just set up here quickly, just to make sure you understand MMA and why we're taking on something as big as these kinds of topics. So I think you all know that fundamentally the MMA is about architecting the future of marketing with a fixation on driving business growth today. It doesn't mean that we're not trying, it means we're kind of not going to do shiny object stuff. We're really going to focus on what drives real growth for you today. And we do that with an incredibly powerful board, and in fact, new board members to be added on the lower right of this particular slide. And I think we're up to now, at least for the US boards, upwards of 40 plus CMOs, in addition to 80 marketers. So it's become a very powerful body for us to use to really get to the right thing. Now, I don't want to go on and on, but I do want you to know, and this slide will be a little complicated, I apologize for that, that this is a deck that the MMA put together around sort of the intellectual property that we have. In fact, we for a couple of months called it the IP menu. And just to give you an example of what it does, if you take sort of one slide here, like this one here, this is the work we've done in marketing data and attribution. And this work has been done with experts through 2 think tanks, Matt and Dan. And I won't take the time, and happy to send you the slide if you send me a note. They're working with these marketers to really rethink marketing data and attribution. As a result of that, we have also then created a series of products that come out of that. So whether it be our thesis, as some of you know, is around pushing MTA as a measurement technique, and marketing, multi-touch attribution as a marketing technique. We built a journey map. We've done the data map. It's a couple of those best work. We're doing some work now with EY around how to apply data to your business and a whole bunch of things. So I don't want to take you through all this, but just understand that this is just a small snippet of the intellectual property that exists in just this one of what are 4 areas here, marketing data attribution. But the MMA has been very fixated on building revolutionary new IP, intellectual property, to help you. And it just fits in the whole piece of the MMA around, just very scientific, shape the future, and we do stuff without compromise. I mean, I don't need to go on and sell a message of the MMA. You're here, you obviously believe and trust that we're going to do the right thing for you. Now, the problem that we set out to address really came out of the SMOCS research the MMA had done some number of years ago. Now, SMOCS stands for, at the time, Smart Mobile Cross Media Effectiveness. I think it was some name. We liked the sound of the name, and so we used it. It worked internationally. But in the process of research, we had done 14 MTA studies that we were able to release with intense detail publicly, even changes in sales by these campaigns. And over the course of the 4 or 5 years that we did it, there were 10 brands, 20 support from 25 publishers to help make it work. We tracked $280 million of marketing spend. We conducted 53,000 interviews to monitor brand, and overall spent, a little over $3 million to do that work. And I'm just going to pull out one small nugget so you can kind of see, because what I want to give you today is sort of a sense of where we went on this journey and how we ultimately got to the end point that is next year that, your teams, they are really, MMA teams really wanted me to make sure you knew. So again, this is recapping the studies. We worked with everybody from Coke and MasterCard all the way through to Ford and Molson Coors, Wendy's. And a thing started to happen in doing these studies. You could see here in the timeline, we started to see more targeting strategies appear. We hadn't seen that in the first series of case studies. In fact, remissively so in some regards, we thought, but markers were getting more advanced. But then look at the level of targeting that started to happen in around either targeting past behavior or contextual or location. We've tried to give some categories. So what we saw that we were able to then measure and call out and compare that to other sort of other media. In fact, all the way through to TV, we could measure everything, mobile, digital, you name it, magazines, everything. We measured it all. Now, what was interesting about those studies, if we take and sort of map those out, we started to see something that kind of caught our attention. Behavioral targeting or retargeting was up 2x on average across the studies. So you saw a 2x performance. I mean, if you could spend money and get 2 times the return on investment, you do that a lot. And in some cases, upwards of almost 300% or 3x here, as you saw in the study with Allstate. And we also saw within just contextual targeting, its value, that it was almost double of what the value of the rest of the marketing mix was. So just adding a sense of understanding context and aligning messages even to that, or even not aligning messages, taking messages, putting them in that environment to produce that. We also discovered too that targeting based on weather produces its own regards. And then the whole world shifted dramatically for us with a study by Wendy's. And the studies by Wendy's showed us that we could produce a 5x return by targeting segments that mattered. And by the way, this was people who use coupons, not use a coupon at Wendy's, but they like coupons, and that they traveled by a Wendy's on a probably home to work kind of basis. We started to see that and started to realize that there was this huge opportunity to really target 5x. We'd never seen 5x. We'd never seen groups that large. But here's what caught our real attention is that part of the budget, we could spend upwards of 10% of the total budget against those 2 segments that were producing 5x returns. And it was that 2x, it was that size of it and a 5x. If you just think for a moment, if you could take 10% plus of your budget and convert it to 5x better performance, how big a gain would that make? And it did. It produced gains in sales that were well over double in sales. Incredible. And so it started to get us to rethink the value of data to what we were doing, what we were looking at. So a number of you know that we've now launched the Marketing Attribution Think Tank, what we commonly call MAT, and it's got a series of objectives to this think tank, and we encourage members to join this. If you're an analytics expert and you're a member of the MMA, you can join this from anywhere in the world. We're happy to be a part of this group. But one of the areas that I wanted to focus on today was around this measurable impact and accountability and some of the work. Now, if you've been around us for a little while, you might have seen this slide, which shows that over the 4 to 5 years, we've produced a